Here are today's clubs and sports. The fall night of theater is this weekend. Take a look.
Woodside High School Drama presents An Evening of Theater, 2 one-act plays, The Unbearable Lightness of Being Teen, and The Great Nursing Home Escape, on November 22nd and 23rd at 7 p.m. in the PAC. Tickets are $5 with a student ID.
The position of freshman treasurer is currently vacant. Anyone interested in running for this position is encouraged to stop by D7 to pick up a form. Please note forms are due back by the end of the day on Friday, November 22.
Now it's time for This Week in U.S. History.
On November 15th, 1969, the largest anti-war rally in U.S. history occurred in Washington, D.C. 500,000 people were in attendance, all hoping to put an end to the Vietnam War. They participated in a march against death and were given shelter in neighboring schools and museums. The march was widely considered a success as it made a major contribution to the anti-war movement.
The Den is open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays after school in the MUR for students who want to study from 3:15 to 5 p.m. Teachers will be there to help you with your homework until 4:30.
I would say I'm Mexican and I'm Puerto Rican, and especially with my dad's family, that's what I see, not only in, the food we eat, but the events that we go to, and just how we connect with our culture.
What kind of things do you do to bring that culture to life at home?
I would say being aware of my culture, things that happen that pertain to my culture. When you think of news, when you think of stories, I think it's just really being educated on what's going on and who's being affected.
Does being part of that specific culture bring or make anything easier or harder in everyday life?
I think it makes it harder in the sense that sometimes people say things, because I'm mixed, people say things that would be offensive, and they don't think that I'm Latin sometimes, or not Latin, but Latina, and so you kind of have to be like, no, that's not funny, or, you do have to stand up at certain points. I also feel like, because I don't speak Spanish, and even though my family, my grandpa is from Mexico and my grandma is, Puerto Rican, people assume that I speak Spanish and I don't, or they get offended and they feel like I'm less Latina if I don't speak Spanish. And so that kind of makes it hard. I get some looks and stuff, and when people try to speak Spanish to me. Being Latina, I think it's a really beautiful culture. Just being Latina, when I think about, Mexican culture and just style, I think there's a lot of style that comes with our culture. If you think about it, a lot of people try and copy simple things like makeup and the Latina, just the look. There's a look, and I think a lot of people try and take that, but I do think it's a really beautiful thing about my culture.
The Woodside Book Club is reading Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. They will meet in E23 to discuss this book on December 6th.
Seniors who want help with their college applications, the College and Career Center will be hosting an application workshop today. Stop by for as little or as much time as you need between 3:15 and 5 p.m. Get your application proofread before you hit the submit button.
Stay wild, Wildcats.